Hey everybody, this is Danny from Legendary Muscle, and here today I have Mike. Mike, how you doing?
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome.
We're over here with his 1973 Plymouth Roadrunner GTX, and he was kind enough to invite us to his house so we can do an interview on him. So thank you for that. Tell me about this GTX. I mean, I know that there's the normal Roadrunner, which is your kind of your base Roadrunner, and then you have your GTX. So what are the differences between the two?
Well, originally back in '68 when the Roadrunner came out, they just had 383s in the Roadrunner, and to make a GTX they put a 440 engine in it, and they just dropped the Roadrunner and called it a GTX. Now after '71 they dropped the GTX completely as far as the top name, but in '73 and '74 you could get a Roadrunner with an optional 440, and they call that the GTX package. So nice. They only did it for 2 years.
That's cool. Looking at it, I mean, I love the blue color of it. Now, was that the original color it came in?
Yeah, it was. It's gone through 3 or 4 transitions from blue to purple to blue again, but on its 25th anniversary I decided to paint it back to its original color, which is a Richard Petty spin-off, because you can't call it Petty Blue anymore, so they call it Bourbon Street Blue or B3 Blue, and I call it Petty Blue.
Oh, that's cool. So I've noticed you've had this car for a while, so you know, how did you come upon this car? I mean, did you get it off the showroom? Did you buy it later on? But what happened? How did you acquire this car?
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't buy the car. I had a '69 Roadrunner that got stolen, and it was in pieces, so I went out looking for another '69 Roadrunner to rebuild it, and I took my wife with me to a Plymouth dealer, and I saw this '69 Roadrunner, and while I was checking it out, the salesman sold my wife this car.
Oh.
So I left the parking lot with this thing, and that was back in 1973, and I've had it ever since.
Oh wow, so that's like 50 years ago, basically.
Yeah, it's
so I've noticed something on this car. This guy's got a roll cage in it, and I know you didn't get it from the dealership like that.
No, they didn't have that option back then. So yeah, it's been an addition that I've put in so that I could, you know, go a little bit faster than that stock 440 that they put in it back then. So yeah, it's a little beefier now, and according to the regulations, I have to have a 6-point or an 8-point roll bar in it to go fast. To go drag racing. Okay, so how long have you been taking it to the drag race? Well, since '74.
Okay.
So yeah, I started racing it up in New Hampshire, and then when I moved to Florida in '75, I raced it down at Pine Speedway in Hollywood, Florida, and then Gainesville and Moroso in West Palm Beach. And I'm looking forward to taking it to Orlando and maybe to Bradenton, this car, see what it'll do, because I'm curious.
Nice. So I'm at 440, okay, I know it came with the 440. You got the roll cage, that is not necessary for a stock 440. What kind of 440 do you have in here, or is it still the 440?
You want to see?
Oh, definitely.
We can take a peek. Let's do that.
All right, so tell me what you got over here.
Well, Dan, originally I was going to put a full-blown 440 in here. I had it all picked out and I was ready to buy it. But as I was looking online one day, I saw this Mustang and I bought it instead. So I decided I had to do something different with the engine that was in there, because I felt bad that I didn't put a blower motor in here, which would have been nice. But what we got here right now is an original numbered block that I found in my garage that I'd had for years and years. I finally got it back in there. The original block, right? Original block. We got a dual feed, dual quad, Edelbrock 650 carburetors, crane, roller, lifters, a Lenardi full race, or I wouldn't call it a full race, but it's 675 lift cam. That's a roller cam, custom ground. So,
all right.
custom made. We got aluminum heads from 440 Source and a 512 stroker kit from what some people say isn't the best parts to go with, but I say they're good because I break them all, so it doesn't matter what they are. Yeah,
all right.
It doesn't really matter. So we've got 1 3/4 hooker headers,
Oh, wow.
3500 stall converter,
So this
aluminum water pump, a few little things, nothing real fancy, but this was a real necessity, this aluminum
okay.
radiator, because this thing likes to run hot.
Is that a 3-core radiator?
Yes, it is. Yeah, 3-core.
Nice.
And what else are we missing here? I believe we're going to be changing a few items, because some of these things are pretty old. Like this power steering pump is an original 1968.
Which is probably one of the only original parts in there, huh?
No, because that's
Besides
the
the
68 that came out of
Oh, the 68, okay.
Yeah, you see what happened was the original one didn't last 3 months after I bought the car. I had to put another one in there, so
All right.
that was probably the first item that went. Otherwise,
The rest is all
it's
performance.
all there. Yeah,
Well, that looks good. I mean, I'd love to take a ride in it, if you don't mind.
yeah, we can do that.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking us on for a ride, Mike.
My pleasure. I'm
Yeah.
happy to have someone aboard. I don't usually do this.
So, you take this car to the car show. I know that because I've seen you at a couple of them. You know, how often do you get out there?
Well, depending on the weather and the condition of the car, if it's running,
Yeah.
I'll go maybe 7 or 8 a year, but not too many.
All right.
I'll be doing more this year, probably traveling a little further.
Gotcha.
Because she's running much better, and the better it runs, the more I'll take it out. I'm wanting to take it to the track too, so
Yeah.
we'll be doing that
So you're
probably
planning?
by fall.
Okay, you're planning on going in fall then, when the weather cools down.
Well, just need to get my front end straightened out, and probably by September, October, near
Okay.
the end of the racing season. But I don't care. I just be going for time trials mainly.
Yeah. So when we were passing by your garage, I saw you had a 68 Dart in there. It looked like it was set up for drag as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's a pro bracket car.
Okay.
The 9-second car. It's
Oh wow, 9 seconds.
yeah, it's a chromoly frame, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Not that, it's an old 80s car that was built, and I just like it because it'll run in the tents, and
Okay.
it gives me a thrill.
Now I saw a brand new motor in your living room when we were over there.
Yeah.
What car was that off of?
Well, that motor was in this car for a long time until
Oh.
I decided to put the original block back in the car. So I've been waiting a long time to put the matching numbers block in it. So now it's a matching numbers car, and I got a spare engine.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, it's a nice backup motor.
Yeah, yep. You need that when you go to the strip. You really get a lot of people trying to race you when you take this out, like back in the day, or is it calmed down a lot?
Now they more or less just wave and give me the thumbs up.
Okay.
I don't think they really want to try it. It's just a good looking car too. So
Yeah.
mainly it's
Well, like I said,
it's a looker. It'll go
Yeah.
now because I've upgraded a few things, but
Definitely. Yeah.
it's just a unique car because of the number of them that were originally produced. So.
Yeah. Actually, how many were produced? You know, in this
Well,
color?
this model, this GTX 440 model, was 749 or 8
Okay.
for 73.
So under 1,000 of them.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah,
good.
that's the only reason why I kept the car.
Okay.
I'd have crushed it 25 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I
Got
still
it.
haven't put a timing light on it.
Well, the timing light is the ear.
That's the way I look at it, yeah.
That's the way you used
I
to do
usually
it.
tune it by ear
Yep.
and get it within a couple degrees.
Oh. That's like back in the old days. mechanics would, they wouldn't have none of that fancy equipment. It'd be a screwdriver leaning up against the block. Listen.
I've pulled engines with a tow strap and a tree.
There it goes. Oh yeah. I bet you the coyote can't catch you in this.
You look funny trying.
Yep. Oh man. This is great. I just love it. I used to have a 71 Dart back in the day. A 71 Dart, no, sorry, a Duster.
Yeah, I like those cars.
Yeah, they're just
wanted to get a 71 Demon, but my wife wouldn't let me. She said, you got a car.
My dad used to have one when I was growing up. I got like baby pictures of it, him holding me with the Demon in back.
Well, that's a funny thing, because my father had a 69 Ford Mustang, a Mark 1, with a 351 in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but he was kind of scared, so it only had a 2-barrel carburetor on it. Pretty much a dog. We used to have fun playing it. When we go out side by side on the street, he just waved at me as I took off. My 69 Roadrunner, I was a little crazy.
Yeah.
Like I am now.
Now did you...
Not much has changed.
You won a lot with the 69?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I won so many times that somebody else wanted to give it a shot, so they stole it. So yeah.
Now, a while ago, I was when I was doing the walk around your car, I noticed you had like a little bottle in the back in the trunk.
Yeah, that's remnants of when this car had the motor that's sitting in the living room of my house was in here, and I had a nitrous setup on it.
Okay.
But I thought I'd be smart and buy one of these controllers instead of just having a button.
Yeah.
So I used this controller, and all I ended up doing was eating up the cam.
Oh man.
Instead of running faster, it just ran slower.
Oh.
But we'll see what it'll do here.
And that's Mopar for you. Oh, definitely.
A little floaty on the front end, but yeah, she'll go.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to go too fast.
No. You want to keep things mild.
That's fun.
Still can have fun though. Oh yeah.
You know, the guy that was working on those cars said that he didn't dare drive it because the front end was so loose.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you never really drove a crappy car.
Right. Oh yeah. Gotta love it. Never gets old. Really appreciate you, Mike. This is Danny. That's Mike.
And thanks a lot for coming out. I really appreciate you being here, and here's one for the road.
Don't forget, like and subscribe if you like this episode. Check out our other content and videos.